Welcome to qnawire.
So we have a pelican that's diving down to the water trying to catch a fish. And we know that the pelican's dive uh, starts at a height of 16 meters. And we're trying to find uh, how far it can get above the water before it's too late for the fish to react and swim away. And because of this, we also know that our final height is going to be 0. So our delta y is y minus y0 is 0 minus 16. It's going to be negative 16 meters because the pelican's diving downwards, so its displacement is negative. We can also assume that the initial velocity is 0 because that's when the pelican starts diving, so it's not moving in the vertical direction before that. And we also know that a equals minus g, and in this case we're also assuming that once the pelican starts diving, it's just falling and it's not flying as to change its vertical acceleration. So we're assuming it's in free fall. And with all this information, we can use this equation. We have initial velocity times time plus 1/2 at squared. And we're looking for t because we're just going to solve for the time for the total distance first. And then we can factor that in with a fish's reaction time to get our final answer. So we know here, let's see, negative 16 is our displacement. Our initial velocity is 0, so that term's going to go away. We have minus 1/2 times 9.8 t squared. And with all this, we can get t squared is around 3.265, and it keeps going, but I'll just round the t, our final answer, 1.81 seconds. So that's the time it takes for the pelican to dive from the beginning to the surface of the water. And we also know that the fish's reaction time is 0.2 seconds. So if we take our 1.81 and we subtract out our 0.2 seconds, we get 1.61 seconds. And this tells us how long the fish has from the pelican's initial dive until it has to start moving and react before it can escape. So we can plug this time back into our initial equation. So delta y, this one, and a t squared, and plug in the time, and now in this case we're solving for delta y. So we want to know delta y is 0 times 1.61, that goes away of course, and we have minus 1/2 times 9.8 times this time 1.61 seconds squared. And this gives us a delta y of minus 12.7 meters. And that's the displacement that the pelican can travel from its initial height of 16 meters before the fish has to react. But we want to know how far above the water the pelican has to get. So we're just going to say our initial height 16 meters minus 12.7 is going to give us 3.3 meters, and that's the pelican's height above the water. That's how close it can get before the fish doesn't have enough time to react and swim away.